What is going on, Raider Nation? Another Hangover Monday. Let's dive into it. Let's have a therapy session, right? Let's get it going. What is the deal, Raider Nation? It is Hangover Monday, and yes, I'm probably having a little bit more energy than you guys are probably expecting, but the Raiders got embarrassed yesterday, and 31 to nothing shutout, blowout, like everywhere you slice it. It was an embarrassing performance all across the board. The Raiders offense could not get going. The defense was just getting letting Kansas City do whatever they want all over the football field. They opened the game with 390 plus. I think it was either 90 plus or 80 plus yard drives. I know the first two were or the first one was a 90 plus, and I think the third one was a 90 plus also. Just really, really bad performance from the Raiders team overall. Bright spot, special teams. I mean, the punting unit didn't give up a touchdown. But Daniel Carlson wasn't even out there, you guys. That is how bad this offense performed. We didn't even attempt a field goal. We didn't even get a chance to put points up on the board. That is how bad this offense. We're not even going to say was yesterday, but is. Like, this offense has not shown us anything of being able to slug it out with the likes of the Kansas City Chiefs, the Los Angeles Chargers, that even though we held them to 20, we couldn't get anything going against our divisional rivals. We are 0-2 starting the year against our divisional rivals. And honestly, you guys, I think we better prepare ourselves for the inevitable of being swept by the AFC West once again. I do not see another win on this schedule. Definitely not in our division. I think Denver is going to sweep us. I know I had a splitting with the Chargers, but again, this was assuming that the Raiders offense was going to be the backbone for this team, that they were going to be the unit that was going to bail the Raiders out in a lot of these games. And they're not. They're trying to depend on a defense that is not good, that we all knew that was not going to be very good. And then you top that off with a very poor performance by the special teams. I know the last two games they didn't, but against Washington and against Indianapolis, they were very reasons why the outcome was the outcome. Now the Raiders are going into a bye week. They're going into the bye week 2-5. I didn't have them at 2-5. I didn't expect this team to be a playoff team, you guys. I didn't expect them to hang with the Kansas City Chiefs. I said they were going to get swept, but it's the way that the Raiders are losing that is a cause for concern for me, because there's no hope. There is literally no hope for the rest of the season. Even going into next season, do we really want to run it back with the same coaching staff? It makes you think, do we want to keep Pete Carroll here? Do we want to keep Chip Kelly here? Do we want to keep Patrick Graham here? I've said this on Jay's show yesterday. We're going to have to write it out. He asked the question, who do we fire? Who is the first one to be fired? Who is the first one out? You could say Tom McMahon, but like I said, the special teams has kind of been a little bit better the past two games. Are you going to make him the scapegoat? And if you do, people are going to ask questions why. The special teams has not been the reason in the past two games why the Raiders have they beat the Titans, but the special teams didn't have any problems against the Titans. Against Kansas City, they were not the reason why the Raiders took a fat L in Kansas City. So do you go for Brandon Carroll? Well, the offensive, what does that fix? That doesn't fix anything, because they are still putting guys on the offensive line out of position. Will we see a little bit of change? Maybe, but then you have Geno, Mr. Interceptions, who can't see the whole entire field. When he does, I brought this up before I think after the Tennessee Titans game, that after he threw his 10th interception, is that he's throwing interceptions without pressure in his face. I think 9 out of his 10 interceptions, you guys, has came to a 4-man rush and with the clean pocket. So it doesn't, even if pressure is not getting there, let's say our offensive line gets better. Will Geno get better? Maybe the running game gets a little bit better, maybe, but again, what is firing going to do in the middle of the season? It's just going to keep showing how terrible of an organization that the Las Vegas Raiders are, that they are never going to have continuity. They're never going to have stability because they are always bringing coaches in, firing them, bringing them in, firing them, bringing them in. We got to ride it out. We have to ride it out. And then by the season's end, if you do let go Pete Carroll or he resigns, you got to release everybody. You got to cut Chip Kelly. You got to fire Patrick Graham. You got to fire Brendan Carey. You got to fire everybody. I would love Rob Leonard to, stay here. Do you take a look at him as possibly being a defensive coordinator? I don't know, because if they do go that route, I'm not saying they are. I'm not saying I would want them to go that route. If they do go that route, will the next guy coming in keep a guy like Rob Leonard? Will he keep the coaching staff that is already here? Probably not. Likely not. He is likely going to go want to get his guys to bring in. But let me acknowledge the chat, you guys. I know I'm starting at 3 o'clock. Oh, man, you guys are flooding the chat already. We got 10 people in the building. You guys, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button and hit the bell if you guys have not hit that bell yet. So you guys are not missing anything that Primos is putting out there. You guys, we have another I was going to have my Primo come on today, but we are actually going to reschedule that for tomorrow, 6 o'clock, you guys. It's going to be a late show, 6 o'clock p.m. Pacific, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. So hit that bell, you guys, so you guys are not missing anything. And if this is your first time, please hit that subscribe button. Costs you nothing, and it helps supporting the channel, helps growing the channel that we got going over here. But let me acknowledge you guys, because like I said, you guys are the reason that Raiders Primos channel is growing. We are, I believe, reaching the 570 now. So we're getting close to the 600 mark, you guys. And it's because of you guys. We got Demokes in the building. Always wanted to be the first guy in here. We got Alex Raiders 35. He says, yeah, embarrassing is not enough. It's not. But that's what I'm going to call it. I'm being kind to them. I slept on it. I'm a little bit in a better mood. I mean, I'm not in a great mood because the Raiders lost, but I'm kind of numb to it. I'm gonna say that 35. I'm numb to the Raiders' performance. Anthony's in the building. We got CGR, my moderator, in the building with the Raiders. I can't even believe I got that in me, CGR. But hey, Anthony says this team is hot garbage, bro. You are not lying, my guy. You are not lying. 35 says Raiders are straight ass, nothing new. Hey, this is why we got to pump the brakes in the offseason, you guys. We got to pump the brakes in the offseason. We as a nation need to come to the realization we need results. I don't care who they bring in. I don't care who they draft. I don't care who they hire. I don't care who they sign. 0-17 until proven otherwise. 0-17 until proven otherwise. Appreciate CGR. Yes, you guys, get them likes up. Hit that subscribe button and also share with your friends, share with your family, share with anybody that you know that loves Raiders content. Bring them over here to Primos. Let's have a therapy session together. Huey says 94, 92, 89 drives, shaking my head. Oh my goodness. Like, it's disgusting. Like, Geno didn't even have to throw an interception out there. The defense was just letting Kansas City have their way. Let me see if anybody else is in the building. Let me see. We got Alec M in the building. Salute to you. We got ASAP in the building. Raider Primo, what up? Respect for the grind. And y'all were cooling yesterday, helping us, fan, with our mental illness. Yeah, it's still too early, though, man. Please talk about Pat McAfee trying to recruit Max, too. Oh, I didn't even see that, ASAP. I didn't even see that. If he is, I mean, like I said, ASAP, and I'll leave it at this because I see a lot of people are talking about trade Max away. And honestly, you guys, I'm only going to trade Max if he requests a trade. Because at the same time, we need to trust that Spytek is going to hit on these draft picks that you do receive for max. You know, we seen what Gruden and Mayock did with the picks that we got for Khalil Mack. Outside of Josh Jacobs, like who else was a stud? Or, like outside of that, I think Henry Ruggs was the pick that we already had. But yeah, outside of Josh Jacobs, who else was a hit? So if you're gonna trade Max Crosby away, you have to have the knowledge that okay, Spytek is going to hit in the draft. He's going to hit in the draft, or you're trying to package up picks because you might win some meaningless games at the end of the year, and you might have to package some picks and trade up to go get your quarterback of the future. Because however you wanna talk about this season, Pete Carroll and Spytek, y'all are going to draft a quarterback in the first round. And if you don't, get the fuck out of here. We got Axel Rader in the building. Rader Primos for line coach, quarterback coach. I don't know nothing. I'm not very knowledgeable of the trenches, so you can't count on me for that. You can count on Stan G and Big Mike. You can count on those guys to talk about the trenches. I like talking quarterbacks. Oh, it is, Alec. I mean, it's fitting, right, though, because we're in Las Vegas. You know, we you don't need to go to Circus. Alec, just go see a Raiders game. Don't go to Circus. Just go to a Raiders game. But even that's too expensive for that. ASAP, the coolest damn dogs gave us a whooping and exposed how weak we are on D. I hope Jesse Mentor stays because it's the players, not the coaches. Though they did well. ASAP, y'all played a really good team, a really good Indianapolis team. You know, you hang your. The thing is, ASAP, y'all gave more fight than our Raiders. I'll give y'all that. Y'all gave way more fight than our Raiders. I'll give y'all that. Because we got blown out by Indianapolis. We didn't even put up a fight, and then we get blown out by Kansas City. It's disgusting. Huey P, who's getting the blame? PG, Kelly, or Carroll? Something's got to change. And Huey, awesome question. Jay actually asked this question in Just Raiders Baby podcast. Jay Raider, my guy. Go tune in to his live stream from yesterday. He asked this question, and we can put blame on PG. We could put blame on Kelly. But at the end of the day, Huey, it starts with Pete Carroll. The thing is, did you guys go see Pete Carroll's presser? Even today's presser, he's talking about we didn't have enough plays. That is his excuse, and he is dying on that hill. We didn't have enough plays. We didn't have enough plays to run. Pete, you are the head coach. He's talking about why did he was asked a question, why did Genty only get one carry in the first quarter? He said we wanted to run the football. We just didn't have enough plays. Well, Pete, why is Genty getting one carry? Go tell your offensive coordinator, Kelly, what the fuck are you doing? I want to run the football. Give the ball to Genty. Why is the middle of the field being wide open, Patrick Graham? Cover the middle of the field. Why are we letting Travis Kelce wide open getting a 44-yard catch and run? Pete Carroll, you are the head coach. Grow a pair. The thing is, we're asking you to grow a pair. You're 74 years old. You've been in this position before. I expect this from Antonio Pierce, to put coordinators under the bus and to not get in their face, which is kind of crazy because he did it with Luke Getsy last year. What are you talking about? So, Huey, if you want, they all get blamed, but who gets more blame? Pete Carroll, because it starts with him. He is the head coach. And right now, he's not acting like it. And it's crazy to say that. DeMokes, this is on Mark Davis, who is the common denominator in all this. We're supposed to bring in Tom Brady because he was going to help with the hiring and quarterback evaluation. Tom is the same guy who passed on Sam Darnold. The thing is, DeMokes, is Tom Brady the general manager? Is Tom Brady the head coach? Tom Brady's just a voice. And I think Honda pointed out that Tom does have a voice in that building, but that's all it is. We have to remember that. It's just a voice. It's advice. Here's what I think is better for the team. Now, if Spytek makes that decision or he doesn't, that's on Spytek. If Pete makes the decision or he doesn't, that's on Pete Carroll. The thing is, Tom Brady's making He's probably more worried about Fox. The thing is, don't put so much on Tom Brady, and because he is still doing his commentating thing. He's not real. Is he? I don't really know, but I'm assuming, does he really get a good look at what this team is? I mean, he's always having to commentate different football games. Does he get a really good look at what the Raiders are right now? Or does he just see the record and like, damn, they're 2-5, they're playing terrible football? And I said this to Mokes yesterday. I agree with you in a sense as Mark Davis, but the thing is, he's a business guy. We knew this from the jump that Mark Davis is not a football head. That's why he brought in guys like Tom Brady and Richard Seymour, because he wants them to take ownership and make those decisions, bring in the GMs, bring in the head coaches. Here's what Mark Davis needs to do the most. Mark, Spytek, and Brady need to sit down. They need to sit down with Pete Carroll, Chip Kelly, Patrick Graham during this bye. What the fuck is going on? If I'm Mark Davis or I'm Brady or I'm Spytek, I'm calling all of them three into the office. We're gonna have a meeting. What the fuck is going on? Because I've seen a report that said, oh, there's no disconnect. No, there's obviously a disconnect. And I know Vinny B reported it in the beginning when the Amari Cooper signing happened. There's obviously a disconnect. Spytek wanted to go young at wide receiver. He didn't want to bring in Amari Cooper. Pete Carroll wanted to bring in a veteran wide receiver. There's a disconnect between our head coach and general manager. And why does it always seem like that is? Could it be Mark Davis the most, to your point? Could it be could it be Brady not having a bigger voice that he already has? This bye week, though, there has to be a meeting. Because your coaching staff has some things going on. Egos are clashing. And that's a problem. That's a problem. But let's get into this game, you guys. I don't want to get too far behind the chat, you guys. I see more people are piling in. We got 17 people in the chat, you guys. Please hit that subscribe button, hit that like, and hit that bell. Let's dive into the game, you guys. Some Raider insights, some insights from NFL Pro, from Next Gen Stats, you guys. And I want to bring this up because Pete Carroll, you are dying on the hill that Kyu Blu Kelly is our best cornerback in the room, and I don't know what the fuck you're watching, because going into this game, Next Gen Stats, Kyu Blu Kelly has allowed 23 completions on 33 targets. That is allowing 69.7% of his targets. He is allowing completions for 363 yards and 1 touchdown. Next Gen went on to say his yards allowed are the second most among outside cornerbacks, and his 11 yards allowed per target this season is the 5th most, minimum of 15 targets. In his previous 2 seasons, Kelly played just 20 coverage snaps where he allowed 5 receptions on 7 targets for 29 yards and a touchdown. Well, that makes sense because he wasn't getting the reps that he's getting now. The problem is he's getting burnt. He got baptized by a guy who literally gets in a car crash dealing with the court case. And he's like, you know what? I'm just going to show up, play some football, and drop 2 touchdowns on this sorry-ass corner. That's what he did. That's what Rashee Rice did, you guys. You want to know what Rashee Rice did to this man? Absolutely baptized this man. 7 catches on 42 yards, 2 touchdowns, 10 targets. Mahomes was trying to get him the football all day, every day. And can you blame Mahomes? Our worst corner is on him. And you know what Pete Carroll and Patrick Graham think is even more smarter? Let's put Kyu Blu Kelly on an island. Let's put him by himself against Rashee Rice. Oh my goodness, you guys. We have the smartest coaches in the NFL. Let's go back to the insights, you guys. Let's talk about Rashee Rice. Rashee Rice caught 7 of his 10 targets for 42 yards and 2 touchdowns on only 16 routes in his 2025 debut. Geno Smith completed 10 of 16 pass attempts for 67 yards. And the Chiefs were just toying with us, you guys, because even look at this. Despite having Rashee Rice, Hollywood Brown, and Xavier Worthy available for the first time this season, the Chiefs played less 11 personnel against the Raiders than their season average entering Week 7. It was Worthy that had more playing time, more than any Chiefs wideout, to play more than 40% of the snaps on the day. With their full gambit of targets available for Mahomes, 9 different Chiefs players caught a pass, with 7 gaining 25 or more receiving yards. And this is where it is the stat of the day. The Raiders ran just 30 total plays against the Chiefs in Week 7, generating only 95 total yards. This marked the second fewest plays by a team in the Super Bowl era, behind only the Browns' 28 plays against the Steelers in Week 1, 1999. The 95 total yards were the fewest in a game for the Raiders since Week 9 of 2008 against Atlanta, and represented the 4th fewest total yards in a game in Raiders franchise history. Sound off, you guys. Sound off. Sound off. This is insane. This is insane statute that I'm reading here, you guys. They did not show up. Just like Indianapolis, just like Washington. They didn't show up. Well, Washington, they showed up towards the late end of the game, but that was garbage time. But Indianapolis, they didn't show up. Kansas City, they didn't show up. These players are checked out. And do I blame them? No. These coaches are putting them in position to fail. You have Isaiah Palomalu playing as a free safety when last season he was showing that he is stronger as a strong safety. JPJ playing right guard instead of playing center, where he showed he was stronger at. Same with Meredith, playing center when he never played center, when he was stronger as the left guard. Prom stronger as a right guard, but you have him playing left guard. And then, bro, don't even get me started. You benching JPJ before you benching every other starter. And then on top of that, you don't want to act. And this is why, you guys, I can't blame Spytek. I cannot blame Spytek, because at the end of the day, Spytek is not the head coach. Why is Pete Carroll not putting Darian Porter out there in a 31-0 blowout loss? You have Caillou Blue Kelly, who is struggling. Why is JPJ getting benched? Why is Caillou Blue Kelly not getting benched? Why is Darian Porter not getting any snaps? Why is Dante Thornton Jr., a 4th rounder, getting more snaps than our 3rd round picks, our 2nd round pick? Hell, put Genty on that list. Why is Genty only getting 6 carries? But Pete Carroll, you wanted to run the football, right? You wanted to run the football. But your excuse is we didn't have enough plays. Then talk to your fucking coordinator that's getting paid $6 million. What are you doing here? Why? No, seriously, Pete Carroll, what are you doing here? Because I'm starting to think you really don't give a fuck. And I don't blame you. I don't blame you, Pete Carroll. If you don't give a fuck, I don't blame you, because once you leave, you're still going to be a Hall of Fame coach. You got a Super Bowl ring. You got a national championship win under your belt. You ain't got to prove anything to anybody. So I don't blame you if you don't care. I don't blame you, because that's what it's looking like. It's looking like you guys don't really, y'all don't give a fuck. We're going to get our paycheck. We're going to get paid, and we're going to get the fuck out of here. I'm going to ride off in the sunset with my retirement money. Salute to Just Raiders, baby. My guy Jay Raider in the building. We got Jamba Juice in the building. Let me see. Demos, I got advice too. Can I also get part of ownership? Hey, but Demos, right? They making the fan base look smarter than them. That's what's crazy, Demos. Bro, Alec, whatever he's on, bro, asking for a friend. Someone give me Carol's dealer, bro. Huey, your guess is better than mine. Your guess is better than mine. Mahomes, he's getting picked on every single week, because every offensive coordinator, every quarterback knows he's the weakest link in the secondary. It's crazy. Oh, Huey, thank you for bringing this up. Where's the youth movement, Pete? You should have started Porter last week and started him this week. Huey, I've been saying that too. I went into the season already. I didn't, like I said, you guys at the beginning, I did not expect the Raiders to be a playoff contender. I didn't. But what I wanted to see was improvement. And it started with our young guys. It started with our draft class. That's who I want to see. I want to see when Caleb Rogers in there or Charles Grant in there if it wasn't going to work. If the offensive line was struggling. They have been struggling, and we have seen these guys not on the field. I already thought Darian Porter was going to be on the field a lot, and I was excited to see him play. And now he's not on the field. I was excited to see Jeanty getting 15, 20 carries, adding maybe 10 receptions to that. Jeanty's not getting anything. Our entire draft class is being wasted, you guys. Wasted. And again, that's why I cannot put a lot of blame on Spytek. His draft class is being wasted. Why the hell did he even do a draft class? Why did Spytek even draft, you guys? If the players are not even going to play. If they're not even going to get touches. We dropped the best running back at 6 to have him look like Michael Myers and play with Dylan Labe's hair. Like, what are we? And let's not even get into the Chiefs basically waving the white flag for us. They had pity for us, you guys. They felt sorry for us. They put Gardner Minshew in at the end of the third quarter, and they just ran the football trying to run the clock out. Like, Raiders, we're going to help you out. We're going to help you out. We're going to get you guys out of here. We feel bad for y'all to the point we're going to take kneel downs with like 240 left in the game. Talk about adding insult to injury. I would have just rather them, score 80 if you guys want. I would have rather have them do that. Don't wave the white towel. Don't have mercy. You're going to blow us out. Blow us out. Yeah, Huey. Mahomes was like, where's 36 at? And kept throwing it up him over and over. And then let's talk about Darnay Holmes. How are you going to let Mahomes throw the football across the field? Darnay, you have one of the, if not an interception, you have one of the easiest pass breakups you can make. And instead, you get mossed by Xavier Worthy. And then on top of that, terrible tackling. Like, because he basically fell to the ground because his arm, I don't know if he re-aggravated his shoulder injury, but you couldn't even bring him down either. And it's plays like that, you guys, that tells me like these players are done. These players are checked out. It's disgusting, Huey. And Pete today talked about he wants to get the young guys more playing time. Why didn't you do that already? Like, you're waiting to the last minute to make changes. It wasn't working at all. Were you that high, Pete Carroll, of the win against the lowly Tennessee Titans last week? Not realizing you played probably the second worst team in the NFL? Did that make you believe what you were doing was working? $35, I can't contain it, bro. It was embarrassing because they looked like they did not show up. But 35, we need to show up, right? Raider Nation needs to show up at Allegiant. We need to show up to support the team. The team ain't even showing up. So why the fuck are we going to show up? So when Allegiant Stadium in 2 weeks, Mark Davis, is empty as fuck, filled with Jaguars fans, don't go crying to the podium saying it's embarrassing that Raider Nation don't show up. Because why the hell do we got to show up if your own fucking team don't want to show up? Answer me that, Mark Davis. Answer me that, Tom Brady, Spytech, Pete Carroll. Why does Raider Nation need to show up when your entire team doesn't even want to show up? I really hope, and you know, this is no knock to any Raider fans that do make the trip out there. I'm not calling you guys fake fans. If any Raider fans that say they're not going to any games, you're not a fake fan. Because why waste your hard-earned money? Okay? Everyone in this chat, y'all work hard for your money. Y'all work hard to put a roof over your head, to put food on the table. Why waste that hard-earned money on some bullshit like the Raiders? Because I know I'm not. I will tell you guys time and time again, it is not easy. I live in the Bay Area. It is not easy for me to plan a trip. I have to plan a trip for a Raider game. It's not easy for me to do that. Because tickets, hotel, and flight just by itself, I'm looking at $2,500 just that alone. That's not money I'm taking out there for the expensive ass food that's in that stadium. And also with the prices in Vegas going up. Again, I'm not calling out fans that call out other fans that don't show up. I'm just saying, have some understanding that not every fan has the money to go to every game. Because I know I don't. Hell, I don't even got money to go to one game. And I would love to go to a game, you guys. I would love to go to a game, but going to a Raider game and then watching shit like that just takes the life out of you. It's depressing, bro. I don't know if anyone been to an Oakland Raider game and y'all remember the walk of shame if y'all took Bart out here. That's that bridge to the Mandalay Bay. That's the new walk of shame. That's the new walk of shame bridge. I love every single one of y'all, nation. And y'all deserve better than this. We deserve better than this. It's crazy because out here, bro, Niner fans are talking so much shit. I'm embarrassed, bro. I'm embarrassed. Like I said, I'm never going to stop repping the colors. But I'm embarrassed. There was a radio show that came on this morning, you guys. And these because they're all Niner fans, the morning show. And they were clowning the fuck out of the Raiders. There was even a Giants fan that's part of the morning show. And she was like, yeah, we lost, but man, we could have been the Raiders. When is enough enough? When is enough enough? Bro. And the thing is, 35, you know what's crazy? We can't say shit back. I mean, I don't know about y'all. I keep talking my shit, but I'll look like a fool. I'll look like a fool. But the thing is, 35, there comes a point where you get some realization, right? And you're like, I can't talk shit. Because you know what? The Raiders do fucking suck. They do suck. What Romo said? Let me bring it up. What Romo say? I love that clip, you guys. I love that clip of Romo. Let's bring it up.
Speechless. I'm absolutely speechless. There's not one phase of the game that showed up today. And I hate using this word. I really do. I hate it. They suck. Wow. The Raiders suck. The coaches suck. The players suck. Everybody in that bill, they suck. And I'm pissed off.
Talk that shit, Bill Romo. Talk that shit, Romo. Talk. ASAP. Damn, that's what I've been telling y'all. Look like you said, Primo. Like, I at least enjoy the game, and there's levels to this. Sorry for the has-in, I'm with it. No, ASAP. It's all good, bro. The thing is, I said because you could talk back to the radio host. I told them, be grateful, Niner fans, Charger fans, to my guy ASAP. Be grateful that you don't got to put up with the shit that Raider fans got to put up with. It is not easy to be a Raider fan. That's why when the day this shield is on top of the football world, whenever that is, you cannot come into this chat. You cannot look at any Raider content creator and say that they were a bandwagon fan. Because the shit that every single Raider fan has put up with this organization. No one can come into this chat and tell Raider 35 he's a fake fan. Tell Huey P he's a fake fan. Tell Alec M he's a fake fan. Tell CGR he's a fake fan. No one can tell anybody that they are a fake fan. Nobody. Because not one single organization, maybe the Browns fans, can say that, oh yeah, we could put up with that. Because no, Niner fans, I seen you guys have one losing season, and y'all had that stadium was half empty. When the Oakland Coliseum was sold out every single home game. 1-10, 2-15, 2-14, 0-10, didn't matter. Raider Nation showed up. But now that they're in Vegas, Mark Davis, Pete Carroll, Spytek, Brady, Raider Nation ain't going to show up until something changes. Listen to Raider Nation. This is what we want. And not 2 wins. Not a lucky win against the Patriots. Not a win against a terrible team like the Tennessee Titans. I want to beat our fucking division. Shut them Chiefs up. No offense to you, ASAP. I want your Chargers to be the bitches to the Raiders. I want the Broncos to go back to being owned by the Raiders. And not just beating you guys. I want us to whoop y'all asses. To where y'all, I don't want to play the Raiders this week. Oh, damn, the Raiders are coming into town. But no, you know what it is like? Oh, the Raiders are coming into town? Damn, bro. Let me see. I ain't going to watch film. Let me see if I can schedule a date night with my girl after the game. Damn, like, I'm not even going to watch film, bro. I don't know. What's the game plan, coach? Oh, would you going to look for Caillou Blue Kelly? All right. Okay, that's it. We just going to target him? Oh, all right. The Raiders still leaving the middle of the field wide open? Bro, they never fucking learned. 3 years. Bro, 4 years? They still doing that? Man. Why do we even game plan for the Raiders? Bro, I'm going to go play some Madden, bro. I'm going to go play some Madden. And they will show up on Sunday and still whoop our ass. Huey P. It's not. Facts. The Raider fan shit ain't for the weak. Going on 40 years of this shit and won't ever quit. Talk that shit, Huey P. And no one can take that away from you. Alec M. Talk! Niner fans are mostly frauds. You right. They came out of... I don't know where the fuck they came out of. But they don't love their team like how we love our team. And I would tell them that. I got friends that are Niner fans. I got family that are Niner fans. And I will tell them straight up, you don't love your team like how we love our team. Because when your team was ass, there's a point. They had like a couple losing seasons. Where was the Niner fans at? Where were they at? They didn't show up. They didn't put up with the bullshit. Yeah, they will look at themselves like, oh, because we want winning. Well, that's where I question your loyalty, because loyalty is loving this team through everything. We will come on here and talk our shit. We will come on here and chew this team out for getting blown out by the Chiefs. But at the end of the day, I love the Raiders. I still will be a Raider fan. I would never, ever turn my back on the Raiders. And maybe that's a problem, right? Maybe that's a problem, right? That's a problem, you guys. We got a little bit of some Raider issues here. We're in a relationship that we can't get out of. We so in love with that girl, right? That we cannot break up with her. Because we know the day that the Raiders win the Super Bowl, guys, everything that we've been through together as a fan base, nobody will understand how much a Super Bowl victory will mean to a fan base like the Raider Nation. Nobody. Love you, Browns fans, because y'all putting up with the same shit, but not even you guys. Nobody will understand what it means to a fan base like the Raider Nation when that Lombardi trophy is going to Las Vegas. Huey, I feel bad for the OGs like Gorilla, like Violator, who supports his team year in and year out and nothing changes. For real, and showing up to games, that's another thing, bro. Showing up to games. That's what's wild. And I give respect to fans that can travel and go to games, go in Las Vegas or away games. No one definitely can't question their fandom. Nobody can question those guys' fandoms, because they will show up no matter what, being laughed at. Supporting trash on the field. I just want this team to be better, you guys. I just want this team to be better. That's why I'm not saying, oh, like I'm not coming on here and like fire Pete, fire. Because what is firing going to do at the end of the day, you guys? We're just going to keep doing this shit. We're just going to keep doing this shit. And it's like, then I ask myself, you guys, I come to this question. Do I trust Pete Carroll to develop a quarterback? Do I trust Chip Kelly to develop a quarterback? Do I trust the Raiders to even draft a quarterback? Bro, that's when life is complete, right, Alex? Is the day we see our Raiders lift that Lombardi trophy. And I know we can't even talk Super Bowl. We just want to win football games, right? That's all I want to do is win football games. But I don't want to get false hope, Alex. I don't want to get false hope like the 2021 season. I don't want to get false hope. If you're winning football games, make it consistent. Grow on that. Grow on that. Again, many Broncos fans hide like crazy when they lose. The crying bitch. You're not, Alec. We see it all over the NFL, right? But what is the one fan base that still shows up and was packing the Coliseum out? I went 2014. I went to the Raiders and Bills game. Derek Carr's rookie year. I think we were like, what, 2-12 going into that game? And the Buffalo Bills were coming in, playoff. You know, They needed a lot to go their way that year, but they were being looked at as possibly a team that can sneak in. They just had to get lucky to sneak into the playoffs. They were a better team. They were playing like a better team than the Raiders. Coliseum sold out. Top to bottom. Raider Nation packing the Coliseum out, being loud. And the Raiders beat the Bills that day. I've seen bad Raiders teams go out there with terrible records, and this fan base still show up. But not anymore. They're in Vegas. Not anymore. Not anymore. Huey, Pete won't be here long enough to develop a quarterback. Why? That's why we need to get rid of him. And his son, Youngblood, don't mind keeping Patrick Graham or Chip. Seems like Pete has them clamped down on what they can do. The problem is, Huey, I actually know I can see it because Gino's not Pete's guy, or Gino's not Chip's guy. He's a Pete guy. But at the end of the day, Huey, he's getting paid $6 million. Chip, figure out how to make it work. He's not your guy. I don't care. Figure it out how to make it work. Patrick Graham, 4 years we have been dealing with you leaving the middle of the field wide the fuck open. What is the issue? What is the issue? And it got even worse now that Pete's in the building, which is even more crazy to think. But I do agree with you, Huey, and that's why when we hired Pete, I liked it because, okay, we're bringing in a Hall of Fame caliber coach. You know, we're moving on from the inexperienced head coach of Antonio Pierce. I'm like, okay, maybe Pete can bring some competitiveness because that's all I want. That's all I want is competitiveness, not getting blown out, winning maybe 7 to 8 games, showing some improvement. But then I was like, but what is the end game here? Because are you going to address the quarterback situation? Are you going to be here to develop said quarterback? Who is the person that's going to develop the quarterback? And I've been seeing all over Raiders social media, you guys, of people wanting to bring old players back, old coaches back. Why? And then we need to stop doing this. We need to stop attacking each other, saying, "Oh, I told you this was gonna happen." We need to stop that because at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck if you right or wrong. The Raiders fucking suck, and I'm depressed. If you care more about being right than the Raiders fixing shit and being better, and I don't care about being right. I don't want to be right. I said when we moved on from said quarterback, that meant you draft. I was excited. Why? Because I'm like, we're gonna finally draft a quarterback. I've been banging the table since 2018. Draft your quarterback. Draft a quarterback. Draft a quarterback. We missed out on guys like Justin Herbert. Probably would never fell to us because I think Chargers were ahead of us. But my point is, we see guys like Justin Herbert coming to the league. We see guys like Josh Allen coming to the league, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes. Now we see Jackson Dart. Now we're seeing Bo Nix. Look what Bo Nix and Jackson Dart just had a hell of a game yesterday. Why are the Raiders? Huey, thank you, bro. Thank you. Bro, I've been wanting to draft a quarterback since 2016 when Carr got hurt. You know why, Huey? And Huey, maybe I want to let me ask you if we're on the same wavelength. Why? You know why, Huey? Because when does a quarterback, because Carr had an MVP caliber year, 2016, but when does a quarterback, after suffering a brutal leg injury like Carr did, do they ever get back to that MVP caliber, like them that type of caliber player. That MVP type of caliber player. Maybe, right? Likely not. They likely don't return to that MVP caliber player unless you're Tom Brady when he tore his ACL. But they usually don't come back the same after a brutal injury that Carr went through. And that's why 2018, when Gruden came in, I'm like, okay, yeah, you can have Derek Carr, but you need to draft a quarterback in case this shit don't work out. But it was clear cut. Gruden came here because of Derek. And I can't lie, Huey. 2021 season, first 3 weeks, Gruden and Carr looked like they was about to start cooking until, we know how that season went. But that's when they should have drafted. That's when they should have drafted, because you don't know, is he going to be the same quarterback post injury? Is he going to be the same quarterback? You got to have a plan B. That is the problem. For all those Raider fans that say, "Oh, y'all glad that he gone? You glad that he gone?" Raiders haven't done their plan B yet. They don't even got a plan B. I don't know how many times I got to say this. If I was in charge, we would not be dealing with Geno. We wouldn't even be dealing with Jimmy G. We wouldn't be dealing with Brian Hoyer, Aiden O'Connell. We wouldn't be dealing with the shit list of quarterbacks we've been dealing with for the past few years. Why? Because I know, and I'm guaranteed the rest of the nation knows, but apparently the front office of the fucking Las Vegas Raiders don't know, is to draft your quarterback. Draft your quarterback. I will say it again, Raiders. If you're somehow listening, which you're probably not because I'm a small platform, draft your quarterback. Draft your quarterback. And not in the 4th round. Don't draft Aiden O'Connell. Not in the 6th round, drafting a Cam Miller. I'm talking about 1st round. Your 1st round pick is not going to be an offensive lineman. It is not going to be a cornerback. Pete Carroll, it better not fucking be a cornerback. It better be the most important position in football. That is the quarterback position. Stop going to get Geno Smith. I better not see, we're going to go trade for this quarterback. We're going to go sign this quarterback in free agency. No. Draft your fucking quarterback. Draft your quarterback. Mendoza better be a Raider. Sellers, if you got to draft every single quarterback in the draft, I don't give a fuck. Draft a fucking quarterback. ASAP Raiders be taking the plan B pill. Huey, man, 2016 to 2021 will always be what if seasons. So will I forget what year Gannon got flattened by Hugh? Oh, bro, my dad tells me that because I was like baby, like I wasn't a baby, I was like 4 or 5. So, but my dad tells me that game of Gannon, I think Gannon breaking his collarbone. My dad was so upset. So upset. The thing is, Alec, and here's the thing, you guys. 23 years of losing, and this is what pisses me off. Mark Davis, and it starts with him. It starts with him. Mark Davis, Tom Brady, Spytek, Pete Carroll. You cannot change 23 years of losing and expect one offseason is going to magically make the Raiders great and magically make the Raiders a good team. It is not. You sold the Raider Nation bullshit, knowing that there was many, many holes still on the team. Many, many holes. But you still said, hey, we're going to win 10 games. I've always won 10 games. We're going to compete. We're going to play close. We're going to be physical. Bullshit after bullshit after bullshit after bullshit after bullshit. You're lying to our face. And of course, you're not going to tell the truth, Pete. But what pisses me off is you go up there, Geno Smith, you go up there acting like you 5-2. Talking like you 5-2, and then on top of that, saying the same shit. We got to get better. We got to get better. We got to get better. You ain't getting better. You getting worse. We had a good week of practice. 31-0 is good practice. 31-0 is good practice. You guys, they had a great week of practice. Guys, they had a great week of practice. Did someone tell them that practice was over? Did someone tell them that, hey, they were playing an actual game? Did someone tell them that? Like, it's insane. Like, because that's all I kept hearing from players and even Pete. Oh, we had a great week of practice. We had a great week of practice. Did someone tell y'all practice was over? Like, did y'all stay in Henderson practicing? Well, I should know, right? Because what was it that Pete said in Indianapolis while they kept Geno Smith in after throwing 2 picks? No, we just treat it as practice. We just treat the game as practice. We treat the game as practice. We treat the game as practice. Pete saying we're going to win this year with straight wolf tickets. Knowing we didn't have any talent. Should have just said we were building and we're going to do our best with what we have in the building. Huey, facts. The thing is, that's why I was like 7-8 games. Because there was very winnable, like 7 to 8 winnable games I was thinking that we could win. I just didn't think it was going to be this bad. I didn't think it was going to be this bad, Huey. I didn't think it was going to, because they look like they really don't have, and it's crazy to say this, they really look like they have no idea what the fuck they're doing in that building. They don't have no clue what they are doing. Like, I watched Pete Carroll's presser today, and just watching him answer the questions, it looks like he has no idea what the hell is going on with his team. And I can't blame him. Dude's 74 years old. When I'm 74, I might not even know who the hell is playing for the Raiders. I might not even know who the Raiders are when I'm 74 years old. Like, I don't blame him if he don't know what the fuck is going on. Dude is 74 years old. I'm not trying to be, not trying to clown on the man's age, but it's like, why are we expecting? The thing is, you guys, and I think the Raiders do this themselves, Mark Davis especially, he ties himself to names. He ties himself to names. Not guys who are great now. Guys who are great 15, 20 years ago, who are still stuck in 2015, still stuck in 2005. Mark ties himself to names that were good 15, 20 years ago. Or he ties himself to names that were never good, i.e. Josh McDaniels. I'm tired of us hiring people based off a name. You hire Pete Carroll because of his name. You hire Chip Kelly because of his name. You brought in Tom Brady probably because of his name. Because what is those names going to bring, you guys? What is those names going to bring? Chris Ford, Mark Davis does not care because Chip. What do you mean by that? Like Chip Kelly? And yeah, Raider Paul, 11-6. Here we come. For real, we're gonna go 9-1 in the next 8 games. Huey P, yeah, Gino and Pete Pricers pissed me off yesterday. It's excuses, Huey. That's the thing. It's excuses. It's the same excuse week in and week. We gotta get better. I gotta get better. It's on me. It's on me. I gotta look at the film. I gotta look at the film. Bro, some of Raider Nation's watching the same film that y'all watch, and we could point out the mistakes. That would be a Cinderella story. That would be the biggest Cinderella story. Go, bro. You start off 2-5 and finish 9-1. Oh, bro, I seen that, bro. Let me see if I can show this. I seen that before the game started, and I'm like, so this is what we're doing now. Like this is what we're doing now. Let me see if I can find it. I don't know if you guys seen it. I don't know if you guys follow. I don't blame you guys if you guys don't follow the Raiders on social media. I do, and this was by far the funniest shit I don't know if it was funny. I don't know how to take it. So I'm going to show you guys. I want to get your guys' thoughts and opinions on this. This is what our 6th overall pick was doing before the game. So that's what we're doing now. We hairstylists now. That's what we're doing. We hairstylists. That's what we're doing. We care more about our hair. We care more about our hair than what's going on the field, than the product that's going on the field. All right. All right. That's what we're doing. That is what we're doing. All right. All right. Let me see who else is in the chat. Chris Ford, you're talking about those chips. Yeah. And it's crazy, right, Chris Ford? You got the Aces winning another championship. Golden Knights are always, I believe they're always in the playoffs in the NHL. And then you got the Raiders that are a bunch of just trash. Got a nice stadium, though. Right, you guys? Hey, we got a nice stadium that other fan bases like to, check out. Oh, Frank Weber, for real. Like, watching the game, Frank, I was like, bro, Kansas City is practicing right now. They are literally practicing right now. Huey P. Chris Jones was drinking on the sidelines turning. Bro, this was a Chiefs bye week, bro. They got 2 bye weeks in a season. Fuck it, they got 3 bye weeks because they play us again. This is disgusting. It's crazy, Alec. It's crazy. They're the guys that get paid the big bucks. And like you said, they're considered professionals. Professionals. You got guys that watch film like guys like Sanji, and he's pointing out what's the issue. Like he pointed out on his video today, Atlanta, that 44-yard catch and run by Travis Kelce, and Landon just lets him run free. He follows him for a little bit, and then he just lets him run free. Like, why the fuck you let him run? You let him go. Can't say nothing, ASAP. We can't say nothing, man. We asked, bro. We asked. Huey P. And Primos, I'm not afraid to hit an old man. Come on, Pete. Hey, Huey, let's chill out, bro. Let's chill out. Oh, man. Get your guys' question in. We'll be on for maybe like 6 more minutes. And then I got to get out of here. Got to do some things around the house before my beautiful lady gets home. And we're gonna go get some dinner. At least I got a beautiful woman in my life, you guys. I got a beautiful Raiderette, and she even knows the pain that I go through. That's the thing, you guys. Like, she's you know what's crazy, you guys? My girl will wear Raider gear when the Raiders are playing just to support the fact that I love the Raiders. But I told her, don't get into football, don't watch football until they start winning. That's when you can come join, because I do not want you to be depressed like the fuck they make me depressed. I need some good light at the end of a Raider game. And she's my light. We got God, we got my family, we got my beautiful woman. And of course, I got the Raider Nation too. I got other Raider content creators that they will open their platform as a therapy session. I don't know what I would do without you guys, without other content creators, guys like Grav, Wasted, Jay Raider, Honcho, Sanji, Samoan, that we could use each other as a therapy platform, because this is bullshit that we're going through. Sorry for all the cursing, you guys. It's the Puerto Rican in me. You know what? I'm still wearing Raider set, but Puerto Rican Primo's coming out. I can't hold back. Have we even figured out what Huey, your guess is better than mine. Apparently, he's a voice. According to Hondo, he is a voice in that building, but I think that's all he is. Like, I think that's all. He's just a voice. He doesn't have, like, he's not coming in and be like, make this happen, or hey, we're gonna draft this guy. Like, he's gonna be like, I'm drafting this guy. No, I think he's just a voice. He's a guy that's coming in, giving advice, saying, hey, maybe you should do this. But if Spytek takes it, he takes it. If he doesn't, he doesn't. If Pete takes it, he takes it. If he doesn't, he doesn't. What I want, Huey, for Brady to show me he's serious about trying to change the Raiders, and like I said, he's not just a name. Quit your job at Fox. I'm about to go, bro. I'm about to go. What's her name? Giselle Bundchen, or whatever, how you say her name. I'm about to go full Giselle Bundchen. I don't know how do you say his ex-wife's name. I want a divorce from Tom Brady if he ain't gonna quit Fox. It's either Fox or the Raiders, Tom Brady. I'm sorry. You can't have both. If you want to change this shit around, quit your job at Fox. You're making money anyway, brother. You're making money anyway. But if you really, truly care that your name is tied to this organization and you want to be tied to winning, what really matters to you? Making more money, or seeing this organization can just eat? Actually, I won't even say watching this organization, but taking money from this organization. When you was preaching all that you want to be part of changing this organization around. If you're not serious about it, Brady, bro, get the fuck out of here. Go be with Fox. If you're just going to be a voice and not demand change from guys like Pete Carroll, from your guy, John Spytek, then get the fuck out of here. Because we don't need another name in the building. We need someone who's going to call those coaches out, who don't give an F. Bro, my dad was my coach in baseball. He didn't care that I was his son. If I suck, he told me I suck. And you know how he did it? Not only did he tell me, he dropped me in the batting order. Bro, I don't know what tells you more that you suck when your coach, not only is your dad, he tells you that you suck. And then not only does he tell you that you suck, he drops you in the batting order. If anybody knows about baseball, your weakest hitters are at the bottom of the batting order. I was batting, I think I was a leadoff batter, dropped to fourth, and then I dropped to eighth, you guys. And I did suck. I'm not saying I didn't suck. I did suck. I was garbage, you guys. I struck out so many times. I was garbage. But But the thing is, as I got older, because I was like in Little League, but as I got older, I needed my dad to tell me I suck. Don't tell me I'm good when I'm not good. Don't tell me everything's fine when everything's not fine. I'm striking out like crazy. That's what I want in that building. Pete, your quarterback leads the league in interceptions, and you keep telling us it's fine. He's fine. He will play better. It is not fine that your quarterback leads the league in interceptions. It is not fine that your team is 2-5. I don't know if you got to tell, you're not going to tell the media, but make it be known. Go in that locker room. Gino, you suck. Action, you're not getting it done. O-line, you suck. Defensive line, you suck. Cornerback room, you suck. This entire team, y'all fucking suck. Huey, for real, going back to that video, that's what they said, right? The caption, bro, pissed me the fuck off, bro. I'm like, just tell me y'all don't give a fuck, bro. Tell me y'all don't give a fuck. Just be honest, please. Be honest. Y'all don't give a fuck. And again, maybe I'm just being emotional. I probably am being emotional, you guys. So take what I say with a grain of salt, but that they don't, that I'm saying they don't care, they don't give a fuck. This is just me blowing up. But it's how I feel, because watching that game yesterday, that's how it looked. It looked like guys were checked out, that guys did not want to be there. Yo to Carlos in the building. We also got Shirley in the building. You might as well. Will the Raiders can't be shit and they can't fix shit? Sell the team. What's that going to do, Shirley? Mark already did. He gave part ownership to Brady. What's up, RNJ Podcast? He gave part of it to Brady. Raider, you look like a dirty Mexican shirt. I'm 100% sure, bro. 100% sure. Boricua all the way. Boricua all the way. Yeah, Huey, bro. He got so much shit going on. I'm like, bro, does he got time? Like, bro, I'm telling you, we're the side chick to Brady. We're not even the main chick. We are the side chick to Brady. It feels like. Unless we're playing on Monday Night Football and he's in the booth with Chip Kelly and we still got our ass kicked. That's what's crazy. We still get our ass kicked and he's in the building. Raider Paul, I said the same shit about Brady earlier. RNJ Podcast, people when Pratt left, and he's a good football player. He knows the scheme is a joke. The film don't lie that it's a joke. That's what's crazy. That is what's crazy. Huey P is like, you get canceled for that behavior nowadays, Primos. Why people are soft. The thing is, if I suck, tell me I suck. That's why, even with this podcast, you guys, I got close friends, even family that watch this podcast, and I tell them, what can I do to make it better? Because if I suck, tell me I suck. But don't tell me that, oh, bro, your podcast is amazing. If it's not amazing, if it's not good, if I'm not giving back to the Raider Nation, if I'm not giving honest content, if I'm talking out of my ass, or I'm not even being my true self. Don't tell me everything is fine if everything is not fine. Because you know what that tells me? You want to see me fail. You will rather see me fail than try to give me criticism Yeah, I might be upset in the moment because who likes criticism? But the thing is, that's going to make me a better person. That's going to make me a better man. That's going to make me, in football terms, a better player. Alec M. Somebody needs to challenge the corners, Geno and O-line's manhoods. This is facts. Because Alec, let's bring this up. Let's bring this up. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it because there's like so much stuff that is on it. But this is the best corner. This is our best corner right now, you guys, according to Pete Carroll. I don't know if you guys can see it. See if I can maximize it for y'all. That's our best corner in that room. He keeps giving him praises. Why? He's playing like booty cheeks out there, ass cheeks. Put Darian Porter out there. I'm not saying it'll be any better, but don't sing a guy's praises when he's playing like ass. Don't even got a tank, Raider Paul. They suck. They don't even got a tank. They suck. RNJ Podcast, loyalty is one thing, but loyalty to unloyalty isn't being loyal to yourself. I love the NFL, but my team makes me hate football. You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. Raider Paul, let's get our future quarterback in the draft. Bring Gruden back. I disagree with you on bringing Gruden back, even though, give him credit because before he got ran out by the NFL, and I'm so glad he's whooping the NFL's ass in that lawsuit, he had the Raiders trending in the right direction. The thing is, Raider Paul, I want a guy that is adapted to today's NFL. Today's NFL. It's a different game than it was in 2002 in the early 2000s. It's a different game. I'm tired of these old heads that we keep hiring as a head coach. I'm tired of that. We need a head coach that is adapted to today's NFL. The game has changed. Quarterbacks matter, you guys. Quarterbacks matter. And I know Gruden had Carr. Like I said, I give him that. Gruden had Carr about a freaking cook. But quarterbacks matter. Head coaching matters. And I think Gruden is kind of still stuck in his ways. There was times his offensive play calling was questionable at times. I could be wrong though, Paul. If they bring him back and we win, hey, bro, like I said, I don't want to be right. Like I said, I disagree with you. But if I'm wrong, like they bring him back and we start winning ball games, bro, Paul, come in here and, bro, run your mouth because, hey, I was wrong. I don't want to be right. I don't want to be right. That's the thing about me, Raider Paul. I don't want to be right. They bring Gruden back and he's winning ball games, bro. I was wrong. Hey, appreciate you, Paul. Appreciate you. Huey P, constructive criticism is always needed. It is. I just want hope, podcast. I just want hope. That's the thing. I just want hope. Axel, why did the Raiders cross the road? Because he was out of position. That shit's hella funny. You know what's crazy, ASAP? I said it when we hired him as a head coach. I wasn't expecting a lot from him. I was expecting a good offense. I will say that because he got Devontae Adams, Darren Waller, Hunter Run. Like he had weapons. Derek Carr, he had an offense, and he just shut that shit down. But he's a great offensive coordinator. I can't take that away from McDummy. I can't take that away from him. He's a great offensive coordinator, but he is trash as a head coach. Podcast, Pizza, good coach, but for the players we have, it's not enough. We have a few good players. The the rest, Jags. And I agree with you. I think Pete is a good coach, but I do think Podcast, he is stuck in 2013. Someone needs to tell Pete, bro, it's 2025. It is not 2012 anymore. You are not playing Tom Brady. You are not playing like pocket passers where you go rush 4 and probably get to him. Like, no, you're playing quarterbacks that 9 times out of 10, the great ones now, the elite ones that are in today's game, they utilize their legs. They're mobile. They're hard to, bring pressure. And he was giving Mahomes all his flowers, but bro, you making it sound like you didn't have a game plan for dude. They asked him that, why didn't you bring more pressure? Why didn't you blitz Mahomes? And he said, well, Mahomes is great against a blitz. Okay. He's not considered the best quarterback in the league for no reason. But we don't have the players. Again, it's just being honest with yourself. That's the thing. It's just being honest with yourself. And that's what he needs to do, Podcast. Pete needs to be honest with himself. Bro, me too. What I mean by hope, Podcast, is hope that, okay, maybe he can change. Like, here's what I bring it back to. And I'm glad that Graf, he's actually the first one that brought it up. That 2014 season, you draft Mac, you draft Gabe Jackson, you draft Derek in the second round. Season was shit, but the thing is, you came out of that season with hope because Mac looked like he was going to be a different type of player on the defense, that he could be your franchise player on that defense. Derek Carr looked like you finally found your quarterback that you've been searching for. And you got Gabe Jackson, who's a young guy on that offensive line that's going to even get better on that offensive line. That's the hope, is that you're drafting players that you can build around, but it starts with locating that quarterback. I'm not hoping for wins. I'm hoping for change. I'm hoping for that we are going to find that quarterback that can carry the team on the back. That's what I'm hoping for. And then hope turns into expecting wins. After the 2016 season, you guys, in 2017, I expected wins. I think that's why 2017 was so deflating for me. I expected wins. Damn. Is Jeff Hostetler available? Hey, bro, someone call up freaking Jason Campbell. I would love to get hey, at least Jason Campbell, he went 8-8. It's not a lot, but bro, Tennessee was yeah. You know what's crazy, Podcast? That game didn't even show me any. That game, we talking about hope. I didn't get no hope from that game. That was just two trash teams going at it. For real, Podcast. For real. Huey, and then we went on to surround Carr and Mac with draft picks that had us scratching our heads. But the free agent class, Mackenzie's free agency class saved that, Huey. The draft class, yeah, made you scratch your head, but the free agent class saved it. Outside of, let's see, Cooper in 2015, like outside of Cooper, like who really shined in the Mackenzie draft after that? Maybe DeAndre Washington, Jalen Richard being a UDFA. But really, just that 2016 season. And for sure, I mean, he had some good moments until I think he was gone after the 2020 season. I think he was gone. But they were building something there. And that's what they got to get back to. You already have Max Crosby. Who's that? who's that foundation on the defense. You got to find that quarterback. Scary Phantom. Do you think we should trade for Nick Bonito to show Max we are serious about getting after the quarterback? Maybe give Denver a third and Myers for him? Thoughts? Denver's not going to, I don't think, make the trade to a rival. He's a, beast, but Denver won't trade him to a division rival unless Denver is the Cleveland Browns. But I will say, Scary, you do got to show Max, though, that you're serious about getting him help. But more than just getting him help, you're serious about winning. There's going to come a time, you guys, where Max's loyalty is going to be like, bro, my loyalty, you guys are not repaying that. I'm not getting any younger. My body is getting broken down. This NFL life is going to be short. I want a ring. Yeah, podcast. They wouldn't piss on us if we were on fire. Yeah. And the thing is, Scary fan, the reason why Denver got such a beast like Nick Bonito and also that defense is just look at their draft. It starts in the draft. And I know we've always had that conversation with, the Raiders are terrible at drafting. That's why you've been losing for 23 years. The thing is, Huey, will Baker Mayfield be the Baker Mayfield that's in Tampa here? Would Sam Darnold be the Sam Darnold that he is in Seattle here? Will Baker Mayfield be the player here that he is in Tampa? Will Sam Darnold be the player here that he was in Minnesota and Seattle? I said this on Graphs, and Nation, y'all need to take a break off of that. We could have had this guy, we could have signed that guy. Just because another player is succeeding somewhere else doesn't mean they can come to the Raiders and succeed here. Look at Geno Smith. Axel, bro, your jokes is hilarious. Why could the Raiders never work in construction? Because they can't build a solid line. And yeah, Huey, I think that Christian Wilkins situation, that's where you got to get a little leeway to spite that. Because didn't it happen after the draft? Or before? I don't know when it happened, but Spite is going into the season that Christian Wilkins is going to be on the team. Axel, how many Raider excel in literature? None. They can't. He's keep bringing up these jokes. Hey, we are jokes, so I don't blame him. Huey P. Baker's a dog. He's going to play how he played, period. But I hear you. Sam Darnold, probably not. Oh, no, Baker is a dog, Huey. I freaking love Baker Mayfield. His story, man, inspiring. It's just, I don't want to bang, okay, they played great somewhere else. They'll play great here. Because situations are different. Tampa situation, different from Las Vegas. Seattle situation, different from Las Vegas. Las Vegas got too much shit going on. Then Tampa, then Seattle. Bro, Axel, talk that shit. Pat Mahomes couldn't help this team win. Too many holes everywhere. Okay, so they drafted, and you know what's crazy, Huey? Not even playing. Drafted a defensive tackle for what? At this point, I draft players from Snoop Dogg's league. Man. But you guys, we've been going on an hour and a half. I love every single one of y'all. Appreciate every single one of y'all for pulling up on this live. on this therapy session. You guys, we will be back tomorrow. Late night show, you guys. Late night show. So hit that bell on the way out. You don't want to miss it. I got my primo Chippy coming up. He actually hit me up and said when I am going to go live. He wanted to make this show happen. He got some things that he want to say. So it's going to be tomorrow. 7. We're probably going to do 6 o'clock, 6:30. Still got to figure out the time, but it is going to be in the evening, you guys. After 5 p.m. Definitely after 5 p.m. I'll let you guys know that, but on a specific time, 6 or 7, it's going to be the time that we're looking at. So, guys, coming in here. We're not done venting. That's the thing. I'm so over this bullshit. Bro, this is my, third show in the past 24 hours? In the past 24 hours, this is my third show. Like, I need a vent. I need to talk to other Raider fans. We need to have therapy session every single day, it seems like, because thank goodness we got a bye week coming up. We can actually enjoy our Sunday. But yeah, you guys, tune in tomorrow. Just hit that bell, you guys. Hit the bell. If you guys are not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like. If you guys follow us on socials, on Instagram, on X, I do post what time the live shows are going to be. So if you guys don't want to hit the bell, I don't know why you wouldn't. Hey, follow us on Instagram, follow us on X, so you guys can stay in the loop when our shows are going to happen, when we drop short videos. If I can't go live and I got to record a video, just show the support. Doesn't cost you guys anything. Doesn't cost you guys anything to hit the subscribe button, like, hit the bell, go follow us on Instagram, X. Doesn't cost you anything. You guys are supporting the channel, and I appreciate that. I appreciate everything you guys bring to the channel. We are closing in at 600 subscribers, you guys. We are growing. We're growing. So keep pushing, putting us in the algorithm. That's what the likes do. Keep liking it up. Keep the likes coming. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. I will see you guys tomorrow. Like I say, you guys, evening show. It is the evening show tomorrow with my guy Chippy. He got some things that he want to say. He hit me up. He wanted to say some things. So definitely you guys don't want to miss tomorrow's show, because it might be another fiery but equal type of show. So definitely tune into that. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have an amazing, amazing Monday, you guys. Hold your guys' head up high, you guys, because at the end of the day, we love this team. And like I said earlier, nobody can take this fandom away from you, because no other fan, I'm so convinced, no other fan base can put up the bullshit that Raider fans put up with. And I will leave it at that. Love y'all. We out of here. Peace.